Get ready for a fascinating clash of styles. A soaring Bournemouth side, buzzing with confidence after a fantastic run, welcomes a Newcastle squad renowned for their tactical discipline. Will the Cherries continue their incredible momentum, extending their impressive record of leading at both halftime and full-time? Or will Newcastle's formidable defensive wall, especially on the road, turn this into another low-scoring, nail-biting encounter? We're about to dive deep and uncover whether goals are on the menu, or if we're in for a strategic battle of wits. This one promises intriguing betting angles. On the tactical chalkboard, we anticipate Bournemouth setting up in a fluid 4-2-3-1, ready to unleash their creative flair and devastating counterattacks. Newcastle, however, is likely to deploy a more solid 4-3-3. This immediately sets up a fascinating dynamic. Bournemouth's strength in rapid transitions could truly test Newcastle's known vulnerability to counterattacks. Yet, here's the twist. Newcastle possesses an ironclad defense against set pieces and absolutely dominates in aerial duels. This is a crucial mismatch, as Bournemouth often struggles in the air. For those eyeing value, Newcastle's potential to exploit set pieces against a less dominant Bournemouth presents a clear avenue for goals or even a first goal scorer. This will be a clash of ground speed versus aerial power. Newcastle arrives for this fixture with a notable Achilles heel, a significant list of unavailable players. Anthony Gordon's red card suspension leaves a gaping void in their attacking options, while key players like Wissa and Ramsey are also sidelined with injuries. This severely limits their creative spark up front. In stark contrast, Bournemouth's concerns are relatively minor, with Enes Unal out and Adam Smith a doubt. Young James Hill is poised to step in at right back. The Magpies' attacking prowess, already under scrutiny, will undoubtedly be blunted further by these absences. For bettors, this strengthens the case for a tighter game, potentially impacting both team total goals and even the first goal scorer markets. Will Newcastle be forced to adopt an even more conservative approach? The league table tells a tale of contrasting fortunes. Bournemouth sits comfortably in a lofty fifth position, fueled by 3 victories from their last 4 outings, including a perfect 2 wins from 2 at home, where they've bagged half a dozen goals while conceding 5. Newcastle, meanwhile, languishes in 11th, with just a solitary win and 2 draws from 4 league attempts. But here's the absolute shocker, and a massive betting insight. Newcastle has a truly astonishing record this season, having neither scored nor conceded a single goal in their league away fixtures. This isn't just tight, it's practically hermetically sealed. For value hunters, this screams under 1.5 goals in Newcastle's away games. Additionally, keep an eye on Bournemouth's prolific corner count, averaging almost 7 per game, which could be a goldmine in the right market. Bournemouth is absolutely riding a wave of sensational Premier League form. They've stormed to victory in their last 3 league encounters, dispatching Brighton, Tottenham, and Wolves with remarkable confidence. But here's the truly fascinating part, a golden nugget for savvy bettors. In each of those impressive league triumphs, Bournemouth was leading not just at the final whistle, but also at halftime. This consistent halftime/full-time dominance is a testament to their unwavering focus and ability to seize control early. Their sole league stumble was against a formidable Liverpool side, with a cup exit to Brentford, but their league performances, especially at home, scream pure momentum and self-belief. This pattern offers real food for thought when looking at HT/FT results. Newcastle's recent performances present a fascinatingly mixed bag. Following a challenging Champions League loss to a formidable Barcelona side, they managed a tight 1-0 victory against Wolves in the league. However, their true identity on the road becomes starkly clear in their away league form. 2 frustrating goalless stalemates against Leeds and Aston Villa. This isn't just about drawing, it's about building an impregnable wall, but at the cost of offensive thrust. These results unequivocally highlight their defensive prowess but also their persistent struggle to find the back of the net when away from St James Park. This trend further reinforces the narrative for under 2.5 goals in their away fixtures, making it a compelling bet if history repeats itself. Delving into the raw statistics, Bournemouth typically nets just over 1 goal per match, while conceding a fraction more. However, when playing on their home turf, they achieve a more balanced ledger, scoring and conceding roughly a goal apiece. Newcastle, on the other hand, operates on a much tighter leash, averaging just under a goal scored per match and conceding precisely 1. But their away record remains a statistical anomaly, a defensive fortress that starves both sides of goals, 0 scored, 0 conceded across their recent outings. This isn't merely a trend, it's a profound statement that screams low-scoring affair whenever Newcastle ventures away from home. For total goals markets, this insight is gold. Expect tight, tactical battles, making under 2.5 or even under 1.5 extremely compelling propositions in Newcastle's away matches. Now, let's cast our gaze upon the historical head-to-head record, and a truly surprising narrative emerges. Contrary to current form, Bournemouth has a distinct historical edge, emerging victorious in 2, drawing 3, and suffering just a solitary defeat across their last 6 meetings. Even more intriguing, they've often controlled the first half in these matchups, securing 2 halftime leads and drawing 4, while Newcastle has remarkably never led at the break against them. Historically, Bournemouth has also been the more prolific scorer, netting almost 2 goals per match compared to Newcastle's single goal per game. This historical pattern is a fascinating counterpoint to Newcastle's current low-scoring trend and defensive solidity. For those seeking alternative angles, this historical dominance, especially in the first half, offers intriguing options for halftime results or first-half goal markets. Could history defy current trends? Diving deeper into the goal statistics from their past encounters reveals even more. Bournemouth boasts a strong positive goal difference, having bagged a respectable 10 goals and conceded just 6 against Newcastle. Intriguingly, 4 of those 10 goals were scored within the first half, signaling an early statement of intent. Newcastle, conversely, has struggled for offensive impact, managing a mere 6 goals while shipping 10 in these same matchups. Their first-half struggles are particularly pronounced, scoring a paltry 2 goals while letting in 4. This historical data unequivocally points towards Bournemouth holding the offensive upper hand, especially in the opening stages of the match. For bettors, this strengthens the case for exploring first-half goal markets or even Bournemouth to lead at the break, offering a historical perspective that runs contrary to Newcastle's current no-goals away form. Will early goals be a factor again? Shifting our focus to physicality, Newcastle clearly holds a towering advantage in height, particularly in defense and attack. Their defenders stand, on average, a commanding 6 centimeters taller than Bournemouth's, and their forwards are a significant 7 centimeters taller. Bournemouth does boast a slightly taller goalkeeper, by a marginal 3 centimeters, but that's where their height edge ends. This substantial height difference for Newcastle could be a game-changer, making them formidable in aerial duels and highly dangerous from set-piece situations. This absolutely screams aerial threat for Newcastle, especially from corners and free kicks, making player-to-score header markets or even Newcastle to win more aerial duels worth a serious look. Will Newcastle literally rise above their opponents? An interesting comparison emerges when we look at squad age. Bournemouth fields a slightly younger side in key areas. Their average defender is 24 years young, with forwards also hovering around that age. Newcastle, however, leans on more experience in their backline, with defenders averaging 28 years of age, and their goalkeeper a seasoned 33 years young. Midfielders for both teams are quite evenly matched, around 26 years old. This dynamic suggests a blend of youthful exuberance versus seasoned experience. For late-game betting, Bournemouth's potentially fresher legs in attack and defense might offer a slight edge in stamina or sustained pressure, while Newcastle's older heads bring valuable composure. Could this age difference become a factor in the final quarter of the match? When we analyze player ratings, we find a finely balanced contest. Defenders and forwards for both teams exhibit remarkably similar overall ratings, suggesting parity in individual talent across these critical positions. However, Newcastle's goalkeeper boasts a marginally higher rating, reinforcing their reputation for defensive solidity and a reliable last line of defense. Bournemouth's midfielders, interestingly, hold a slight advantage in their collective ratings, hinting at a potentially dominant performance in the engine room. This suggests a pivotal midfield battle will unfold, but with Newcastle potentially having a more reassuring presence between the sticks. For bettors, this highlights that individual quality will be crucial. Keep an eye on midfielders for creative output and clean sheet odds for Newcastle's keeper. Let's shine a spotlight on the potential game changers. For Bournemouth, Antoine Semenyo is undoubtedly their talisman, a Swiss Army knife of talent. He leads the Cherries across multiple crucial metrics: aerial duels won, assists, goals, and key passes, all while frequently earning man of the match accolades. His all-around impact makes him a strong candidate for anytime goalscorer or assist markets. On Newcastle's side, Dan Burn stands out as a defensive colossus, dominating aerial duels. Kieran Trippier remains their master creator, consistently delivering key passes, while Bruno Guimaraes adds crucial goals from midfield. Don't forget Nick Woltmade, who recently scored on his debut, offering a fresh, potent attacking threat. These are the players who could unlock the game, and certainly worth considering for individual player props. Now for a look at potential liabilities and a significant betting angle: disciplinary records. Bournemouth's Tyler Adams frequently finds himself in the referee's notebook, leading his team in fouls committed and yellow cards. This makes him a prime candidate for a booking in this match. Evanilson also tends to stray offside more often than his teammates. For Newcastle, Bruno Guimaraes is similarly playing on the edge, accumulating the most fouls and yellow cards for his side. And of course, Anthony Gordon, who is suspended, was also a leader in offsides and red cards, highlighting a general tendency. This data isn't just trivia. It strongly indicates a potential for a card-heavy game, especially involving these combative midfielders. For savvy bettors, the total cards market, or even individual player bookings, offers a clear path to value. Now for an incredibly insightful look at seasonal goal timing. Bournemouth loves to start with a bang, often scoring a flurry of goals in the opening 10 minutes and again finding the net between the 60th and 70th minute. They, however, show a vulnerability around the interval, tending to concede just before or after halftime, and sometimes late in the game. Newcastle, by contrast, spreads their goals more evenly, often striking between the 20th and 30th minute, the 50th and 60th minute, and the 80th and 90th minute, suggesting a team that treats the game as a marathon, not a sprint. They also concede around the crucial 10 minutes before and after halftime, between the 30th and 50th minute, and occasionally into stoppage time. These precise timings are invaluable for first goal time markets, or even goals in specific 10-minute intervals for those looking for highly granular betting opportunities. Will Bournemouth draw first blood, or will Newcastle deliver a late punch? And this is where the real betting gold lies, particularly for the total goals market. Newcastle has seen under 2.5 goals in a staggering 3/4 of their matches this season. That's nearly 75%. They've even been involved in 2 completely goalless affairs, a testament to their incredibly tight approach. Bournemouth, on the other hand, is a more balanced proposition, with precisely half of their games exceeding 2.5 goals. So, while Bournemouth might lean towards more open, attacking games, Newcastle's data overwhelmingly points to low-scoring encounters, especially given their almost impenetrable performances on the road. This clash of styles provides a clear direction. The under 2.5 goals market for this match looks incredibly compelling, almost a certainty given Newcastle's away form. This is the standout betting insight from our analysis.